Hello everyone, and welcome to the tutorial on how to create a paper in Microsoft Word for an APA paper. We are going to create a paper that is going to look much like the annotated paper that is in the APA folder in Doc Sharing. So if you have that paper handy, it would be good to bring that out so that you can see the template that we are using to create the paper. So the first thing that you want to do when you open up your Word document is to go to the font section and make sure that you are doing Times New Roman and that your font size is 12 font. Next, you would like to go to this little tab here in the paragraph section and make sure that it is double spaced and that you have no additional line or spaces before and after each paragraph. Now that you have those formatting issues taken care of, it is time to start working on your title page. So you are going to go up to your toolbar and you will center, and then you will return down about 5 or 6 times to start typing. You will put the title of your paper. For this particular paper, we are just going to use the same as the one that is in the annotated paper, Creating Success APA Sample. You will then type your name, Chamberlain. Whoops, got capitalized there. And then you will type in your course. And then you will type the month and the year. Hit return. Now, since the next information that you would like to type is going to be on a separate page and we'll start on the top of that page, we are going to insert a page break. So go to your Insert tab and then just hit Page Break. What this will do is ensure that no matter what changes you make on that title page, that the top of your body of your text will start indeed at the top and not be tabbed down. So once you get to this page, you are going to then write the title of your page, the title of your paper. You want to make sure it is not in bold. And that is also centered. Again, it's no bigger font and it is the same font style. Now, one of the things that you want to look at is you want to look at your grading rubrics as well as the assignment directions. And you should have ahead of time an outline of what your paper should look like. What you want to do is create that outline here on your paper in the form of headings. This will allow you to make sure that you got all the information that you need in your paper and that you didn't leave off important information that is included in the directions or in the grading rubrics. So again, using the annotated paper as your sample, we are going to start writing our first and second level headings. Now, you need to go back to the home and your headings in first and second level are in bold. So you want to make sure that you're bold and your first level headings are also centered. So preparing to write. And then our next level one heading is successful. Spell it correctly. If you right click when you have misspelled words, it will give you suggestions. And then now we're going to move to our second level headings. Now, second level headings are still bold, but they are flushed left. So notice they are uppercase for the first word or first letter of each word. Then again, our conclusion is centered, so we want to then return. Now take it off of bold, and the next thing we want to do is go ahead and put our reference page in. So we're going to insert another page break, and then we are going to type references. Now the word references should not be in bold for APA format. So the next thing that I like to do is go ahead and insert my headings, or my headers, excuse me. So I'm going to go up to the front of the page, or to the title page, and I am going to go back to the Insert tab, and I'm going to insert header. If you just click this on, and you're going to go to the blank tab. Now, the next thing that you want to do is insert your page number. So you're going to be at the top of the page all the way to the right. Again, there's no frill, no fancy. It should just be like this, no underlines, no special colors or anything. Just make sure that it's in APA format. Now, the other thing you want to make sure you do is that you have a different first page for the, and when I did that, my page numbers went away. So we're going to go and put my page number back in. So do your different first page initially, and then put your page number in. And then for the first page, you will use running head, and then you will use a shortened version of your title in all caps. So depending on your title, it will depend on what your shortened heading is. And then you hit the tab key once and twice, and then that is flush left. Now, there's two ways that you can get out of the headers and back into your normal text. You can either close the headers or footers and hit that, or you can just double click onto the page. Now that you have the page 1 done, you want to scroll down, and you could see that page 2 does not have a header in there. So what you're going to do at that point is you will remove running head, the term running head, and instead just write your shortened header, creating success. You tap twice, and there you go. Now your heading is complete. Your header is complete. Now, when you are writing in your paper, you want to make sure that you now are going to make the body of your paper. You're going to fill in this area. So you start flush left. You indent the first word of each paragraph, and here you will start writing your paper. You will continue on. You will do the same on each level of your outline. Again, you want to make sure you are flush left and you remove bold, and that should be start writing the content of your paper here. And again, you will continue that process until your paper is completely written. Now when you get to your references, you will go to your reference page. Reference will be flushed left. And then I have taken references that I have typed for another paper, and I'm just going to add them in here so that you can see the way. So as you can see, your references are added in, but they are not in APA format because they do not have hanging indents. For APA format, the first line will be flushed left, second and subsequent lines should be indented. So there's an easy way to do this. You can either highlight and then go to your paragraph tab, and you see this little arrow here. You will click this down, and then in indentions you see special, and you can go to hanging and then hit OK, and there you go. It's there. And if I take this off, I'm going to show you another even simpler way to do this. So if this is how you type it, you highlight the references, you hit Control T, and there you go. Your references are in hanging indent. Of course, you want to refer to your APA manual or the OWL resource for how to actually write your APA references to make sure that they are indeed in APA format for the other issues like your italics and your authors and the order in which they should be. So this is how to create a blank template or a blank paper from scratch. So if you don't have a template. Now, if you see that in your doc sharing in your APA folder, there is actually a template for each one of your assignments. Now, it's a generic template that it has different headings on it, but you can customize this to your paper. So I'm going to take this template and I'm going to just show you how you would go about customizing for your particular paper. So say we're going to use the same topic and the same template as we did before. We are going to use, again, if you just highlight and start typing, you can put your own personal information. You can leave Chamberlain the same. Okay. The next thing you will want to do is you can go to the title here. Again, this should be your title. Oops, APA sample. Again, your title, the first word of important words are all in capital. Now, here is where you would put your information in. Of course, you want to make sure you delete anything that you do not use. This would be your first introduction here. You would just highlight and start typing your introduction. And then here would be your first level heading, which would be again, you continue to put all the information in here, however that fits based your outline. Then also, of course, you're going to go to the reference page and you will just remove that part and then you will have references there. And again, this is where you will start typing your references. The last thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you change your headings. Of course, it says running head, but the heading on our sample paper is creating success. And then we'll hit the tab once. And again, here you will have to do that again because it already has it marked that there's a different first page in the headers. And again, to get off of that, you just click on to the main body and then of course you're back on there. So this is what your title page would look, and then this is how you would start your first page. So this is how you would use the template that is in doc sharing and customize it for your own assignment. Again, you want to check for your headings that you use the grading rubrics as well as the requirements for the assignment to make sure that you have all the important elements that you need to be successful for the paper. There's multiple resources available in the SOS resource for you, as well as your APA manual and the OWL resource. Again, I hope that you found that this tutorial to be helpful, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact your instructor. Thank you.